was like, Cal's going to Durham, North Carolina. We're going to Coach K Court. I'm like, that's a damn good idea. Going to see the Cal Bears or Stafford Cardinal, go to Duke University.
But aren't you a Duke
to the
fan?
Smith. Who? I'm not a Duke fan. I like Duke. I just like the stadium. I like the history. You know how cool that would be? It'd probably be the cheapest ticket during the season. But look, man, hopefully everybody had a good weekend. Let's open up the lines. 888-957-9570.
Oh, my God. College football is great.
It is great. And we're going to all be on Coach Prime this Saturday when they play Nebraska, and all the haters will hate. But there was something.
Who's hating on Prime?
No, there's a lot. I already saw a comment on the YouTube
What do you mean?
saying, I can't wait for Colorado to lose.
Why?
I'm just like, why? I don't know why. I asked that guy. I don't care why, though. Listen, he says something at the end, and I think it goes to us. It goes to everybody in all walks of life, and it actually made me emotional. He goes,
What's that?
Believe. I believe. Those kids yelling, I believe.
Yeah.
I believe, I believe, I believe. Don't listen to the noise. And Shedeur Sanders said it, we don't pay attention to the noise. Why am I going to listen to somebody that I don't know tell me how bad I am or tell me what I can't do? Who cares about that? And I thought about that in my own walks of life. I'm like, you know what? There's going to be haters here on the text line and YouTube or whatnot. Who the hell cares what they say? Who the hell cares? I know who I am. I believe in what I do. I believe in how good I am. You believe in how good you are. Spinoni does. Love it as well. So I thought that was just really, really cool to see Deion and Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter, Shiloh, and the rest of that Colorado team.
Well,
man, they do believe. How about Jay Feely's son, the kicker? He's got the D on his jersey. Dog. That's pretty gangster.
With the L's for leaders.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
I think it's
different.
Cool.
It's different,
Yep.
and I appreciate it. Here's the thing, though. Like when it comes to his son at quarterback, I just didn't know it was going to translate so well. I didn't know he was that accurate. I didn't know the ball came out as fluid as it did. Now, I don't know what he ends up being. Like it's 1 week, right? And it's TCU. They lost a lot of players.
Right.
I'm not the biggest Sonny Dykes fan, never have been. I know he had a great year last year. I think they qualified for that national championship game. Looking back, maybe they shouldn't have been there. I don't know. But I will say this. I was so impressed with the quarterback play because I can't think of one throw from that game. He dropped back 40-something times where I was like, oh, he's throwing into the wrong coverage.
Right.
Or he's throwing to the wrong guy. He looked fluid. He looked calm. He looked like he just had it. I don't know what do you like, I'm not trying to project for like the next level. I'm just talking about what I saw on 1 week. I was very impressed with the son.
I mean, quarterback play all over the country was.
Penix.
Caleb was doing his thing. Penix was doing his thing. Those are 3 quarterbacks in the Pac-12 alone. Pac-12 alone.
How about May for North Carolina?
Not bad. Not bad.
I'm not the biggest May fan, but the guy can play.
He outplayed Spencer Rattler, no doubt about
Spencer
that.
Rattler's been outplayed for 4 straight years.
He has been outplayed.
Especially
in that second half.
So the name does not stack up to the game.
No, he lost a lot of money Saturday against North Carolina. There's no doubt about that. But the quarterback, Shedeur Sanders, the deep ball accuracy, the intermediate accuracy, and I don't know how mobile he is. He is athletic, but he keeps his eyes downfield when he escapes the pocket.
He plays quarterback.
Which I love from a quarterback. He escapes the pocket. He keeps his eyes downfield, and he just has a nice soft touch, perfect spiral.
He throws the ball
but he also
really well.
works. He works with that quarterback. Tom Brady.
I didn't know that part.
He's part of the TB12 program.
I didn't know that. He was just better and more polished than I thought. I didn't know. Honest to God, I didn't know what to expect from his son. I was like, his kid's the quarterback? Okay. Yeah. Well, let's see what this looks like. And then I was like, he's way better than I thought.
No, he's legit.
I mean, he really impressed me. It was just a great week of football, and I'm so ready for the NFL season.
But you know what, though? Look, we're all ready for the NFL season, but is Nick Bosa ready for the NFL season? And that's been the talk of the town. I saw the tweets yesterday when I was back in town, and people were saying, what is Bosa worth? How far are they apart? Is he going to hold out? Is he going to miss games? Look, man, we had Dumas on last week. We all expected that contract to get done late last week. I expected the contract to be done late last week. And I said, man, if he's not here this week, then maybe it is time to start to worry about Nick Bosa. Well, we're here. It's game week, and it's Tuesday. And there's no guarantee you even beat the Pittsburgh Steelers with Nick Bosa. Without Nick Bosa, I don't think he got a shot. So, you know what?
Wait, so I want to stop there, just because we obviously can't speculate. I know there's they're $4 million apart. Well, if you listen to Rappaport, actually, he was speculating on what the number could be.
Right.
It doesn't mean they're $4 million a year apart.
I don't know what they are.
We don't know.
I don't know.
I want to stop here. You really don't think? Let's just say hypothetically, Bosa doesn't play because of injury, because of contract. Whatever. You really don't. They can't compete for a championship without Nick Bosa at all.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard to compete for a championship.
See, that's where
it's going to be really
I
hard.
Think
you can't take yourself seriously as Super Bowl contenders without the premier edge rusher. You look back at all the Super Bowl champs over the last 15 years, and for the most part, on those Super Bowl teams, you got elite pass rushers, elite guys who could just dominate a football game, whether it's Aaron Donald, whether it's Chris Jones, whether it's that fearsome Philadelphia front that beat up on Tom Brady up in Minnesota to win their first ever Super Bowl. By the way, I got some on Philadelphia as well. They can't keep our names out of their mouth. It's like we won the game. No, we lost. Why are you worried about us anyway? But you need an elite pass rusher. You need elite defensive linemen. Is Cleveland Farrell elite? I think he showed with the Raiders that he wasn't elite.
Hargrave?
Is Drake Jackson elite? Hargrave by himself inside?
I'm just asking out loud. Eric Armstead and Hargrave?
Who's outside?
No one. I mean, right
who's
now,
setting the edge?
Look, I'm not saying it's going to be, it's inevitable. They could still win without him. I don't know if I necessarily cross them off. You have maybe one of the greatest offenses you've ever had under Shanahan, right? Well, at least it projects that way. Like maybe the team change. I'm just saying. Yes, of course I want him here. Of course you're a Super Bowl contender with Bosa. But I don't know necessarily that I just cross you off and there's no way that you can win because Bosa's not here.
Yeah, well, we saw what happened in 2020 when they lost Nick Bosa. And I know the stats say, well, number 5 defense. Yeah. Come on. Use your eyes, people.
Well, they were running the ball also because Nick Mullins was quarterbacking a lot of games. Yeah, like, I think the games were tighter.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That defense is not that good. That defense is not that good, especially up front. Now, Kerry Hyder Jr. had a great team win. He had a great season, got the contract with Seattle. Now he's back. Can you win a Super Bowl without Nick Bosa? Can you even contend for a Super Bowl without Nick Bosa? I think without Nick Bosa, they now drop from maybe the top 2 team in the NFC with the Philadelphia Eagles and maybe the Dallas Cowboys to, I don't even know if they win the NFC West without Nick Bosa. I don't think they can win the NFC West without Nick Bosa. I'm dead serious. Seattle's
very good.
Seattle's very good.
I still think you can. Like, there's a pathway to it. It's obviously much harder. But, like, you're still a playoff team without Nick Bosa. To me, you are, on paper, given how bad NFC is.
On paper.
But like,
boy, the margin for error without Nick Bosa.
That I agree with.
There's none.
No,
none.
I won't argue on that.
And so
I'm with you on that.
As we get here on Tuesday, and look, we're trying to find this guy who sent this tweet out. We don't think he's real. Lutman's been doing a deep dive on this guy that you sent the tweet.
It's just something I saw.
Albert Elrod. We have no idea who he is, but Albert Elrod, Elrod SSPN. We try to look up for this site. We're trying to reach him to get him on the airways because we have no idea.
It says he's a Jets beat writer, but I mean, we've been fooled by the internet before.
Yeah,
I went to the website and his Twitter bio, and the website doesn't work. So there's some for you there too to work with.
Yeah, and so this guy.
Well, now I feel really foolish.
Oh, the Jets checked in on the 49ers. A potential trade to acquire 3-time Pro Bowler Nick Bosa. Although a trade may seem unlikely, talks have been had. Have talks been had? We have no idea. How far are they apart? You know what? At this point, you got to give in to Nick Bosa. You have no leverage if you're John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan, and the 49ers. That leverage is gone. Gone.
I just don't think when you're dealing with the elite of the elite, like when you have like Mahomes, right, for example, right, there is no leverage. You just give in. Like when you draft someone who becomes as good as Bosa or Patrick Mahomes, like, don't you want to like run and get? Now, I'm not saying you give them everything that they want. That's not. No business in America is giving somebody a blank check. Mm-hmm. But if Nick Bosa doesn't deserve a little benefit of the doubt when it comes to like, hey, we got to kind of give in here. Let B. When they selected a D end, okay, what could Nick Bosa have done more that would give him a blank check?
Yeah.
I mean, his play has been as close to blank check worthy. Well, and again, I don't operate in blank checks. That's not how I do things. You know me, Mr. Business Guy. But like, what okay, he missed the 1 year because of the knee injury. Like 5 guys went down on that MetLife turf that year. Right. And I know he's been hurt in college and in high school. Name me an NFL player that hasn't gotten hurt in college or in high school.
No, there's been a lot of players, and they come back, especially in today's day and age. And if you're Nick Bosa, you can't blame him for wanting all this money. Because that ACL can tear, and he'll never see that money again. He'll never get that contract again. We've seen guys lose money. And in the NFL, these contracts aren't guaranteed. They'll rip them apart in a heartbeat. Mm-hmm. In a heartbeat on these players. So he deserves his guarantees. And I'm with KT here on YouTube.
What's that?
No Bosa exposes this secondary that we all have question marks about.
Undeniable.
You don't have Nick Bosa.
Undeniable.
All of a sudden, the quarterback is chilling, sipping a Mai Tai, dissecting the defense. Oh, we got 5 seconds to throw now. We have 5 seconds to throw now. Let's go ahead and eat up this secondary that we think is the weak link of this defense. So with Nick Bosa getting the double teams, getting the triple teams, now Hargraves gets those double and triple teams. Where's the pass rush coming from? Where is it coming from? We know Eric Carr said that's not his strength. He'll get the good bull rush, but he's not a sack guy.
No.
He's a gap. He's a space eater. He's going to shut down the run. He'll get at the quarterback at some point, but for the most part, he's not that guy. So, personally, I put this on the front office. I put this on Lynch. I put this on Shanahan. I put this on Parag. I put it on the 49ers for not getting this deal done and risking missing Nick Bosa for at least week 1, maybe week 2. You can ill afford to get off to another start. And I was just thinking about this before we go to break. Last 3 years with the 49ers in training camp. It's been an absolute circus. It's been an absolute circus. And I wonder.
Kind of their own doing.
Yeah, and I wonder if that contributes to their slow starts. I really do.
I think it's factored in. It's
the first year with Garoppolo and Trey Lance, right? That first year they were together, and they get off, they're 2-2, and they lose to Indianapolis in the rain. They lose to Green Bay at home. They lose to Arizona. And then last year, bringing in Jimmy Garoppolo late in training camp to be the backup quarterback. And now this year you had the whole Trey and Darnold. Trey's now in Dallas. And now you don't have, the last 3 years have just been an absolute circus for the Niners in training camp.
Well, and again, it's another year where you're starting it off no one wants to acknowledge it. George Kittle's working on the side. He's not even working with the team. Is he going to play this week?
Well, I don't know.
What's going on?
He played in the last preseason game.
I know. And then now he's working on the side. I hope it's just precautionary. I don't want to lose my mind, but you tell me Bosa and Kittle don't play.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this Bosa situation.